Luke Walton taking a photo, enjoying his first Laker Media Day as the head coach of the franchise where he won 2 titles. And you look at his resume, 26th head coach in Laker history. He spent 2 seasons with the Warriors as an assistant coach. He did guide them to a 24-0 record as the interim head, 39-4 overall, and that's the best start in NBA history. So the big fella is going to be coming over here in a few moments, James. But what do you think he's going through right now? I mean, you and I have known Luke a long time, but when you're around him, it's almost like he was meant to be here.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a California kid, and grew up, playing some basketball in Arizona, but always home to California. And he's always, the one thing about Luke is that regardless of the situation, he's always as cool as a cucumber.
Is he?
Like Cool Hand Luke.
Okay.
So that's the asset that he always carries, regardless of the situation. He's always cool under pressure. Look at him.
Yeah, he's just looking.
I didn't know we were live. I was excited.
Yeah,
I thought we were going to get the makeup.
No.
Over
This
here.
is just straight.
Don't need
you
it
don't
for
need
you.
it.
We already had ours.
You don't need it. What time did you get up this morning? Like, was there butterflies? Was there excitement? I mean, it's real now, Luke.
It's real.
Yeah.
There was definitely butterflies, but all about excitement. Like this is beautiful. This is an opportunity we've been waiting for, all summer to come. And it's, I know technically it doesn't start till tomorrow, but this is why we wanted to go away for training camp. Start the bonding, start the togetherness, the brotherhood. And, I woke up about 7:30 this morning, went and got my coffee, walked my son to school.
Yeah, that's nice.
Little preschool, packed the bags, and here we are.
Luke, I've heard you say this throughout the summer. For head coaches, the summer's usually downtime, spend some time with the family, check in on the team, but it was a very different for you. You guys hit the ground running. The whole staff has been here every single day. How prepared are you as a new head coach to go into this training camp?
I'm prepared. I'm not naive. I know there's a lot to learn, which excites me. There's every day is another learning opportunity. And, that's how we're going to take it as a staff. If we miss something or if something is great, we'll be able to, put that, into our mental Rolodex and side note it and work on something else. So we've put the time and the preparation into this training camp. And I think with the staff we assembled, we're gonna be ready to attack it.
How do you make the shift from going from assistant? I know you had that successful month of when Steve was out, but how do you make the shift now to taking over? How do you prepare for that from a head coach's perspective from an assistant coach?
Well, I think I learned a lot from. I'm very grateful I had that opportunity because I saw firsthand how much different that one seat over was. I think I had an idea of what it would be like to be a head coach when I was an assistant because I saw Steve doing it all the time. But until I got that actual experience, I had no clue all that came with being a head coach. So, I was able to, spend this summer approaching it and preparing for it from a place of experience. Even though I've never really been the head coach before, I've had experience doing that. So that's kind of how I went about my summer. And I think honestly that it's it is a big difference, but that I'm ready to do it.
So Luke, we just had Brandon Ingram here, and recently you said you do plan on having him start the season coming off the bench. Did you ever have a conversation with him, or was that just kind of floating it out there Phil Jackson style to the media?
No, I mean, listen, we're going to go to training camp, and if he's the best player on the court, he's going to start.
He's starting.
I'm just speaking more generally from what I know about the NBA. It takes young kids some time to figure this game out. I mean, look at Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest of all time. He didn't just come in day one and like that. He had to experience what the NBA game was, work his tail off to get better, to sharpen his skills, and then eventually he becomes one of the all-time greats. Now, if Brandon's ready to start day one, then obviously that's a discussion we have with the coach on what's best for the team. But that was more a general comment about young rookies coming into this league.
Yeah, I'm not going to dare say you're even close to having what you had up in Golden State, but you got a bunch of young, exciting, athletic young players who are eager. Now combined with some savvy veteran players who might give you some stability. I don't get excited too much, but I was excited. I don't.
Were you excited coming to work today?
I was excited at Summer League. Summer League is where I never get excited. I watch it, but I never get excited. But there's some young kids that have similar talent that it needs to be, matured a little bit. It's something to work with.
Yeah, it is. And we're excited for the same reason, James. Honestly, we love the group of guys we have. We think they have a lot of potential. They're young. You know this like better than anyone. This is a grown man's league. You need to go through the tough times. You need to grow from making mistakes and learning how to do it better the next time. But we're going to try to do that as a group. And I think, like you said, bringing in some savvy vets that have been around on different teams and won before can really help the overall culture in the direction we're going. So we're thrilled about the combination of youth and vets we have on this team.
Luke, so much speculation throughout the summer of whether Nick Young would be at training camp. He's here today. Do you see it as an issue with D'Angelo? Have you had a conversation, or is it moot point?
I don't see it as an issue at all, honestly. It's, they've been great. I haven't seen anything. That all that stuff happened last year, and from my understanding, they've moved on. And as long as nothing's disrupting what we're doing as a team going forward, I don't see any reason to bring it back up.
How important is the coach-point guard relationship? And you've started from day one trying to build it.
I think it's very important because that's the natural leader. That's the guy that has his hand in the ball, his hands, bringing the ball up and calling the plays. So I think it's very important that the point guard and the coach are on the same wavelength, because there's a lot of times it's going to be loud, I can't hear, and to me a point guard should be an extension of the coaching staff. So I put a lot of value on that.
Hey,
Comfortable.
Did you bust him up at all this summer? I heard you were playing with the fellas.
Julius was not my matchup.
No.
Even in my younger days, that wouldn't have been a good matchup for me.
That's a Tasmanian devil right
Luke,
there.
We got to wrap it up, unfortunately. I know we're dying to stay here longer.
I was hoping to be here for the whole media day. Thank you for having me on.
We'll
see you in Santa Barbara.
See you guys in Santa Barbara. We're looking forward to it.
All right. That is Luke Walton, the 26th head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers.